Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 1990's Represent. We're starting off our second cycle of 1996, doing that with an album. And this episode, we're talking about All Eyez On Me by Tupac, one of the greatest hip hop albums ever released. Remember just like this coming out and it being a huge deal because it's a double album, but it's like two albums that are each like over an hour long. So definitely a very long playtime. Like I've seen some double albums where it's like like maybe like 45 minutes per side or per album. Not this one. This one is over an hour for each disc, coming in at like I'll check the runtime when I get to the track listing. But definitely, if you're going to listen to it all in one sitting, it's going to be easily a couple hours. And it's from start to finish just hip hop. Like it's a hip hop rap masterpiece. It's quite an incredible album. I have some notes here about it. We're going to go through the notes. We're going to go through the track list and all that kind of stuff here. So let me just grab this and we open it up here. There we go. So All Eyez On Me by Tupac. First released February 13th, 1996. This is his fourth studio album and also the last one of his studio albums that was released while he was still alive. I always had this kind of joke of I think my cousins and my friends, that after they did all the kind of like posthumous releases, that he had put out more albums like during like after he had passed away than he did when he was alive. I don't know if that's actually true. I need to check the actual discography numbers. But yeah, they would definitely re-release or release a lot of just kind of like old like tracks that weren't used, stuff like that. But anyhow, fourth studio album. Interesting thing is, according to this research I did, it's the first ever double full-length hip-hop solo album that was released like for like mass markets. Like all the other albums, like there was obviously double albums before this, there's double albums after this, but this is the first ever full-length hip-hop solo double album. So we got here. This is also the second Tupac album to come out and debut at number one of the Billboard 200, as well as the top rap charts as well. So this came out and simultaneously debuted at number one on Billboard, and as well hit the top of the rap charts as well. After his murder in 1997, this album got the Rap Album of the Year in the 1997 Soul Train Awards. It was nominated for a Grammy for Best Rap Album in the 1997 Grammys. However, it lost to The Score by the Fugees. And The Score by the Fugees, I'll probably do that album maybe on a future cycle, because that's also just an incredible hip-hop album as well. Kind of like, you have Lauryn, and then a couple years later, Lauryn Hill does her masterpiece, like The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So definitely deserved to probably win that award. It'd probably be very close, but both All Eyez On Me and The Score are both just incredible albums. Apparently, the kind of background on this is Tupac was broke at the time he was in jail. He had like a $1.4 million bail, and Suge Knight and Jimmy Iovine basically paid that bail. They bailed him out, and part of the kind of conditions on that were he would have to release 3 studio albums under Death Row Records. This one, being a double album, apparently counted for two of those 3 albums. Apparently, it was called Euthanasia at first, but then they changed the name of it to All Eyez On Me. I need to pull up a quote here about where he actually changed that. So let me just bring up the quote here. There we go. All right, so again, it was initially called Euthanasia, and then Tupac did an interview in December of 1995 talking to MTV's Bill Bellamy. I'm like, Bill Bellamy. I haven't heard that name in a long time, but I definitely remember him being a very big part of MTV back in the day. But he was talking to Bill Bellamy on MTV, and this is a quote from Tupac about it. It says, it's called All Eyez on Me. That's how I feel it is. I got the police watching me, the feds. I got the females that want to charge me with false charges and sue me and all that. I got the females that like me. I got the jealous homeboys, and I got the homies that roll with me. Everybody's looking to see what I'm gonna do or what I'm gonna do now. So all eyes on me. So kind of like how he's like got the attention of a lot of different people. Some people that he probably wants attention from, and some people that he like the police and the like government that he probably doesn't want attention from. But basically, it's just like he's kind of like the center, kind of like of attention, and basically all eyes are on him. I actually think the name of the album works better with All Eyez on Me than what it was initially going to be. So I like that they changed the name of that album up. So it was originally also going to be a Christmas release, so Christmas of 1995, but they pushed it back a couple months because Tupac was busy writing additional songs. He was also doing the music videos for it, because I want to say the recording of the album, they like the initial recording was like October of 95 through December. So if they were going to aim for a like Christmas release, they would probably have to have the recording done by then so they could get it all mixed and mastered and all that. So they delayed it a little bit. I'm glad they delayed it because it's. I remember when it came out, it was just like a huge deal. There was a great. You gotta love the California Love music video for it, where it's basically a Mad Max movie. Basically, I think like. I remember doing some research on the video, and it was said that Jada Pinkett Smith was initially, I think, going to work on it, or maybe she did work on it, but was inspired by, let me just bring this up here, Mad Max. Yeah, so Jada Pinkett Smith came up with the concept after watching Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. So the music is all, the music video is all post-apocalyptic. You have everybody wearing kind of just like scrappy, kind of like tires and like armor and stuff like that. You had Chris Tucker in the music video as well. And this is him coming off of his kind of breakthrough with Friday. And then also, I think like later that year, later in 96, he also did Jackie Brown. So this is when Chris Tucker was really starting to kind of like blow up. He did, did Jackie Brown. Then, a couple years later had Rush Hour and like the Rush Hour sequels. So he was definitely coming into his own at this point. Like a year after this, he had The Fifth Element. So the music video to California Love is incredible. It's probably not my favorite song on the album, but it's like the music video is just iconic. I don't know where I rank it in my like music video rankings, but it's probably like maybe like top 20 just based on kind of like the visuals. The song is also cool too, but the visuals on the music video are just incredible. Let's see here. Like I said, pushed back and came out to basically critical acclaim like right away. Let me pull up some of those review scores here. Did I go too far? Yeah, I went too far. But the review scores are pretty good. There's a couple that weren't so great, but like the professional scores on this, All Music has it All Music has it at a 5 out of 5. Entertainment Weekly has it at a B+. LA Times has it at a 3.5 out of 4. NME has it at a 9 out of 10. A 9.4 out of 10 from Pitchfork. Q gave it a 4 out of 5. The one kind of outlier here is Rolling Stone gave it a 3 out of 5, but then years later they amended it with the Rolling Stone Album Guide, which has it at a 4 out of 5. And also one of the lower scores, Spin has it at a 7 out of 10. And then the USA Today has it at 4 out of 5. So basically very good reviews, like overall, like a lot of 9s, a lot of like 5 out of 5s. And those are all pretty good. I think that is now going to move us into our track listing here. So it's a double album. So disc 1 is called The Book, or Book 1, and disc 2 is called Book 2. Disc 1, or Book 1, whatever you want to call it, comes in with 14 tracks and 70 minutes. So an hour and 10 minutes on the first disc. I might have to censor some of the names on some of these tracks. But track 1 is Ambitions as a Writer. Track 2 is All About You. Track 3 is Scandalous. Track 4 is Got My Mind Made Up. And a lot of these songs like feature like just like a lot of collaborators. So like on track 4 you got Daz, you got Corrupt, you also have Redman and Method Man as well. Track 5 is How Do You Want It. Track 6 is I don't want to say a duet, but features Snoop Dogg, which is two of America's Most Wanted, which is Tupac and Snoop Dogg. You have track 7 is No More Pain. Track 8 is Hearts of Men. Track 9 is Life Goes On. Track 10 is Only God Can Judge Me. That's probably one of my favorite tracks on the album there as well. Track 11 is Trade and War Stories. That one's also super solid. Track 12 is California Love of Dr. Dre and Roger Troutman. Again, music video is iconic. I like the music video a little bit more than I like the song, but the song is also really good. Track 13 is I Ain't Mad At Ya. That's another classic off the album. And then track 14 is What's the Phone Number? And that is the first disc. And again, that disc comes in at 70 minutes and 27 seconds. So like an hour and 10 minutes. And then you have disc 2 is called Book 2. And that one is 13 tracks with about an hour, so 61 minutes. So you have basically 70 minutes on the first disc, 61 minutes on the second disc. Second disc or book 2 is called You Can't See Me, which features George Clinton. George Clinton, you know, kind of like the death row, kind of go way back. He's been sampled in so many like Dr. Dre songs and featured on stuff like that, like Let Me Ride and all that. So again, track 1 is You Can't See Me. Track 2 is Shorty Wanna Be a Thug. That one's awesome. I love that one. Track 3 is Holla at Me. Track 4 is Wonder Why They Call You Bitch. Track 5 is When We Ride. Track 6 is Thug Passion. Track 7 is Picture Me Rollin'. That's a classic as well. I just love the term Picture Me Rollin'. Track 8 is Checkout Time, which features Corrupt. Track 9 is Rather Be a Playa. Gotta edit the name of that one there. So that's track 9. Track 10 is All Eyez On Me, so the title track of the album. Track 11 is Run the Streets. Let's see here. Run the Streets. Track 12 is Ain't Too Hard to Find. And then finally at track 13, last track on the album, is Heaven Ain't Too Hard to Find. There was a UK bonus track, if you had the UK version, which featured a different, like a radio edit of California Love. So basically 13 tracks on 14, like 27 total tracks across like close to a little over 2 hours. If you have the time for it, I would recommend listening all in one sitting, but it's something that you might have to break up over multiple sittings. On my most recent listen to this, I listened to it kind of all at one sitting, and it was an incredible experience. I was brought back like right to 1996 when I think my friend had picked this up, and we went to his house after school or something, and we just like played like Super Nintendo and listened to this. I don't remember what games you were playing. Maybe like Mortal Kombat 3 or something like that, if that was even out on SNES at the time. But yeah, I remember just chilling out with him, listening to it, and then listened to it again very recently to get ready for this video. It's one of the best hip-hop albums of all time. I highly recommend checking it out or streaming it. It's definitely worth a listen. But that is going to do it for this video. We'll be back again in a few days. We'll be doing a movie. I haven't picked which one we're going to do yet. We're going to do a movie, and then we'll be back right after that with another like video game, and then we'll be jumping back into our next cycle in 1997. But I'm really excited to be covering 1996 again because I have a lot of really good memories of 1996. So I'm really looking forward to the other 2 videos that were going to be part of this second cycle here. But again, that's going to do it for now. So I want to thank you again for watching. Take care. Have a good one. See ya.